No, lights on. I don't want you guys to be.
Yeah, lights on. I need to get a video of this.
Yeah, lights on.
Fuck. Okay, lights
He's
on.
water sporting and stand next to him.
Okay, when Sharon asked me a few weeks ago if I would say a few words
Does Gautam's
tonight.
parents need to leave the video?
No, they can say that. I'll signal them.
Just say yeah, mom.
When Sharon asked me a few weeks ago if I would say a few words tonight at Gautam's party, my first reaction was brave woman, because knowing Gautam for the last 35 years, I figured that I should have enough and more dirt to tell him. But then when I started to put things together, I realized just how straight this bugger is. He hardly drinks. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't talk. He doesn't joke. This is going to be difficult. So in order to inject some humor into proceedings, I suggest that you guys picture me naked. Because if I have any chance of making it onto this year's Ramdas family Christmas card news update, I need all the help that I can get. Hopefully, I can get squeezed in somewhere between Gautam dominating an Aikido class, or the number of people that their dog Sam ate for dessert. I do hope he's tied up, man.
No, he's not. I just checked on him.
Okay, like I said, I've known Gautam a long time. But I'm not going to start way back in primary school when an invitation to Gautam and Girish's house was basically war games, war movies, or hunting a crow that was stupid enough to fly into unknown airspace. I am instead going to start in the mid-90s. Because by this time, Gautam had evolved into the smartest, strongest, coolest, most interesting, best everything person that Gautam knew. He was the alpha male. Was the alpha male. So anyway, one day in the States, the alpha male decides to take the rest of his pack out to a strip club.
What rubbish?
Now, being Now, being the only one out of the group that had been to a strip club before, Gautam of course took charge of the situation. He gave the rest of the guys a detailed education in strip club etiquette. Got them calmed down enough so they stopped drooling and seated for the show. So during the course of the performance, the stripper gets up on the stage and points to the group and asks for a volunteer. Now the rest of the guys shit their pants and immediately turn to Gautam for guidance. Gautam, on the other hand, walks swiftly towards the stage, sensing an opportunity to show off his alphaness and maybe score a free lap dance. Now unfortunately, a free lap dance it was not. Trixie commanded Gautam to get on all fours. And before he knew what was going on, he had a collar around his neck. And he was being led around the stage on a leash. Getting a few whacks for good measure.
Trixie.
And now you can imagine the look of actual astonishment on the rest of the crowd. Or should I say, the rest of his group. Now, keep in mind, none of these guys have been to a strip club before. And here seeing their alpha male being treated like a bad doggy. Okay? With everyone else laughing their ass off was a little bit too much to take. Now I was in Australia around this time, and Gautam came to live there for a year, or work there for a year after college. Okay. And back then, the rest of us weren't bothered about much, except going out, getting shit-faced, chasing chicks any way we could. Gautam, on the other hand, was into wooing women. And I think Gautam was from the fragrant school of wooing. Because this is where he used to insist on dousing his love letters with at least half a bottle of cologne for the romantic effect. I'm sure that even Sharon's neighbors could smell the
That's
milk coming from my way.
right! Drakanua, I remember.
It is true, it is true. So anyway, so Gautam would tell me, he said, man, when it comes to women, you can't just get drunk and, expect things to happen. You got to charm the ladies. You got to impress them. Doesn't look good. So Gautam goes, we're in a bar one day, Gautam goes up to a girl at a bar and, does his patented one raised eyebrow look. I can't do it, but Gautam can. The one raised eyebrow look.
Oh my god!
I was on the but he probably said
That's
something like,
right!
probably said something like, hey, good looking, what are you cooking? Would you like something different?
Maname podu.
I got the mic, shut up. So she might have said something along the lines of, yeah, I have what you're having. Now I should point out that until very recently, Gautam's drink of choice in a bar was milk. That too at room temperature. So you can imagine how that impressed the ladies. A little later, I saw Gautam standing on the edge of the dance floor, holding 2 glasses of milk. Gautam, what the fuck are you doing with all this milk, man? And of course, he went on to give you some cock and bull story about how you just missed him with this really hot game, or was really talking to him, but she had to go home, she had to feed her cat. But she promised to call him and blah 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 blah. Now I'm sure that most of you have experienced Gautam explaining something. Okay? You know where I'm going with this. How he starts right in the beginning, before going into every minute detail. You'll be looking at him thinking like, shit, I think he's going to go on and on. And he usually does. Now for those of you that haven't experienced Gautam explaining something, I suggest asking him about his beloved vegetable patch. Or maybe that pumpkin that he put on his Facebook page. Very proud of.
It's a marshmallow.
I got the mic, shut up.
Then only you are getting it.
No, but don't do it if you have a flight to catch. They always just do. Okay. Now I think the only thing that Gautam likes more than explaining something is putting things in a spreadsheet. He has a spreadsheet for everything. He's got a spreadsheet for how much protein his kid should be eating. He's got a spreadsheet for how much his dog should be shitting. Okay. Rumor has it he has one for his sex life as well. Imagine what that one might be like. Monday, I'm the boss. Tuesday, I'm still the boss. Wednesday, Zorro to the rescue. And this is no shit. As a matter of fact, before Tarush was born, Sharon informed uncle and auntie over here that they were trying for a baby. Okay, and how Gautam had a spreadsheet set up tracking her ovulation cycle, with all the important dates worked out. And apparently, uncle said, and uncle I know you, my best uncle impersonation. Tell Gavin to forget the spreadsheet and work on the bed sheet. That's the point, right? I think that's the dog Sam might be getting upset right about now. Okay, my turn to wrap up. Jokes aside, Gautam has been a great friend that has had my back for as long as I can remember. He's a guy that I would want to have around in a crisis. I just hope he still carries his dad's IAS card with him. He's a good son, a great father, and together with lovely Sharon, they share a fanatical obsession with Valentine's Day that I've never seen in anyone over the age of 8. They're just lucky they don't have to celebrate Valentine's Day in the back of Gautam's car in IIT anymore. Lest they get caught by the IIT police and Gautam has to pull out his dad's IAS card. So Gautam, my friend, Sharon, by the way, great party. Gautam, my friend, on your 40th birthday, thank you for the friendship that we share. Good luck and all the best.